because I think it would be an honor and a privilege to serve my community.
I'm Alan McPheeters with the Voter Interest Project. This year, voters in Island County will elect officials to several county offices, including assessor, auditor, clerk, coroner, prosecutor, sheriff, treasurer, and district court judge. 19 candidates filed to run for these offices, and we've invited each of them to join us for an interview. You can find out more about the candidates and our election coverage at voterinterests.com. And if you'd like future coverage sent straight to you, you can subscribe at voterinterests.com/subscribe. Today I'm talking with Toni Adams, a Republican who's running for clerk. We shared possible questions with her ahead of time. All right, well, good evening. Today is Wednesday, June 26th, June 24th, 2026, and we're here with Toni Adams, who is running for Island County Clerk. Toni, welcome to the Voter Interest Project.
Thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure. Where are you today? We have people who jumped into these interviews from all over, outside, inside, work, home. Where are you right now?
I'm actually in my dining room.
Outstanding. Good, comfy
Um,
place to be.
very large blank wall because I just a China hutch that took up the whole wall, and now I need to figure out what to do with this empty space.
You can put up yard signs, banners.
Yeah, no.
No,
I see enough of those. No,
I'm
I'm
sure you
good.
do. Good. Okay, well, great. Let's start out with a little biographical information about you so people get to know who you are, where you're coming from, and everything.
Okay.
Are you married or single?
I have been independently owned and operated since 2003.
That's a great way to put it. Do you have children?
I do not.
Okay. Now, were you raised here on Whidbey? Did you move here? How did that happen?
No, the military brought me here through my ex-husband,
Right?
and then I went to paralegal school out here at Skagit Valley College, and
Nice.
I did my internships at the naval base in their legal office. And then we got stationed back in Florida. And when we decided to part ways, I said, I loved it there. I'm going back.
Great.
And eventually I migrated out to Whidbey Island in 2006.
Very good. So, you said that you were a paralegal. I think I work for a company that does business intelligence software for large law firms, so I think I know what a paralegal is. But for
Okay.
people who are watching this, maybe they don't. How does a paralegal fit into the legal field?
We work directly for attorneys. We draft a lot of documents. We meet with clients. We can do much of the stuff that an attorney does. We're not allowed to give legal advice as we are not attorneys.
Right.
We can attend ex parte hearings, but we're not allowed to argue at them. We can only answer questions if the judge may have questions regarding the case. But we're
Okay.
not allowed to argue in court, and we're not allowed to give legal advice. So
Okay.
otherwise, we're attorney esque.
Attorney adjacent. Very good.
Yes.
So you know how law works and courtrooms and things like that.
I have a pretty good understanding.
Okay, very good. Um, Now, aside from that work, do you have a background in politics or in community service? Do you serve on boards or commissions or anything like that?
I have been on the board of the American Legion in the past
Okay.
as the finance officer. I've done a couple of stints as the finance officer. I have done a lot of breast cancer fundraising. I did 17 years with the Susan G. Komen breast cancer walks
Oh,
as
outstanding.
a walker and as a crew captain. I volunteer wherever I can. Um, I enjoy helping out my community.
Very good. That's great. So, what has brought you to running for county clerk?
Well, in all honesty, it's kind of a surprise. Um, I went to the courthouse one day to file some documents, and I was pulled aside by an individual who asked me to at least think about it.
Very good.
So I said, okay, after I wiped the surprise look off my face. And I thought about it for 2 months. I spoke with family, I spoke with friends, and I spent a lot of time talking to my boss about it, who is an attorney.
Okay.
So he decided that I would be a good fit, and I believe him. And I know that I can do the job.
Outstanding. So if you're elected, this is a 4-year term.
Mhm.
When you get to the end of that term and you're either deciding whether you're going to run again or not to, what do you want to be able to tell people that you accomplished as the county clerk?
Well, I'd like to tell them that I did improve the e-filing system, which is one of the goals that I would have
Hmm.
while during my term. Um, and I would like to think that I was able to build a cohesive team that could take the office into the future.
Very good. How, I actually don't even know how many people work in the county clerk's office.
Well, when you go into the clerk's office, you can see six of them, but there's one or two that work in the vault that does the accounting and the scanning and all of that stuff. And then there's a deputy, and then there's the elected official.
Yeah, very good. So you said you're working for an attorney now. How big is the firm that you're working at? Is it a solo
Um,
practice or
I'm sorry.
is it a solo practice or is it a partnership?
There's two attorneys. It's Andrew Scott. He owns the practice and he has one associate.
Okay, very good. Now, a lot of people, me included, don't really have a very good idea of what the job of the county clerk is. Can you kind of outline what the responsibilities of the office are?
So the job of the clerk is to accept documents from attorneys and pro se individuals, provide the customer service to help explain the process to individuals who don't have any knowledge of the legal system.
Hmm.
They also, let's say somebody loses their case and they want to appeal their case to the next highest court. It's the job of the clerk to ensure all the related documents for that case get to the next highest court.
Oh, okay.
So, and then also the basic keeping yourself in budget, making sure everybody's trained for their positions, blah, blah, blah.
Very good. Are there specific issues going on at the court right now or challenges that you see that aren't being met? Or what do you think is going on over there these days?
Um, I don't know anything specific. However, in observing when I go to the clerk's office, I
Hmm.
see a large turnover rate and I wonder what that's about.
Mm,
Because there have been times when I've gone and I've finally learned somebody's name because I don't go up there a lot,
right.
like once a week maybe. And then there'll be all new people there.
Interesting.
So I don't know what that's about. It could be any number of things.
Okay.
Maybe that's not the right position for the person that took the job, or I don't know, it could be anything.
Right.
I'm just very curious about it.
Okay. Fair
And
enough.
I have been told by my boss, and I have personally experienced e-filing could be better.
Let's talk about that because I have kind of a notion of what that means, but I'm sure a lot of people who will watch this do not. So e-filing is what exactly?
So when you have a document that is part of your case and you need to file it with the court,
Mhm.
you can file it electronically.
Okay.
So many counties like Pierce and King County, that's the only way you can file is electronically.
Okay.
They currently have a much better system than we do.
Right.
So when you e-file with, let's say, King County, it gives you an option to forward that document to all of the parties in that suit.
Okay.
So as an automatic, we do not have that option here currently.
Hmm.
So if I'm elected, I would like to see if we can get that system in place here because it would save a lot of time and energy for many people.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. So what happens now? The documents are filed and then someone in the clerk's office has to send them out to the appropriate parties?
I honestly, I don't know how it's set up in King County. I don't know if it's like automated But currently, if we need to serve somebody in Island County, you can e-file it, but let's say me as the paralegal, has to make sure the other parties get served.
Oh,
In
okay.
King County, that's automated, I believe. So you just click a little box in their system and they send it out to where it needs to go.
Oh, interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I need to learn how that works and if it's
Right.
feasible for us to do that here.
Very good. And then another thing that you were talking about on your website was that the you wanted to make sure that we were ensuring transparency with the public. Are there sort of opaque parts of the clerk's office now?
Um,
Because my sense is you're coming at this as a customer.
Somewhat, yes. So
So
sometimes it's nothing specific. And some of it may be the fact that the clerks aren't allowed to say or do things.
right.
So, for example, they're not allowed to refer you to an attorney. That's just not allowed.
Hmm.
So they can't, and
To
they
any
can't,
attorney or
no,
just
no,
oh, interesting.
they're not allowed to give legal advice. They can give very general direction when it comes to what's happening in their case.
Hmm.
So I'm honestly, I don't know if they could be more transparent. I would like to find out because people are very curious about the legal system and why does this happen and when does this happen and how does this happen. So one of my first goals would be to find out what are the clerks allowed to say, what aren't they, and why. And if the why is open to be able to discuss things more with the person on the other side of the counter, that
Hmm.
would be great.
Sure, sure.
So I don't have a real good answer for that, other than I think there may be more that the public could learn from the clerk's office, but I'm
I'm
not
sure that's true.
sure. There's
Yeah.
so we had a client come in the other day
Hmm.
who is in another case and he's acting pro se. I mean, he's
Which
acting as his
which
own attorney.
okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay. So he said he had a bad experience at the clerk's office because he couldn't get the documents he needed for his case. He's required to act as an attorney. If he's acting pro se, he's required to abide by all the rules and regulations that attorneys are.
Right.
But he was having difficulty getting the documents that had been filed. So I'm wondering if that's a process issue, a clerk's office issue. I want to figure out what that is. So those who are acting pro se can have all the tools available to them that the attorneys do.
Do you have a sense? I mean, I don't I know so little about what happens at the Superior Court. Are there a lot of people who are acting pro se, or is it pretty rare?
It's not rare, but what I've seen is people, let's say we're getting divorced.
Okay,
Okay. So a lot of people think divorce is easy and they can just fill out the documents.
right.
Sometimes divorce is easy and all they have to do is file a summons and a petition and the other side signs off, said, yeah, I'm done, we're over it, let's
Okay,
split up, and 90 days later they're divorced.
okay,
Other times there's children, there's property, there's retirement, and it's not as easy. And sometimes individuals will try and handle that themselves and then realize, I don't know what to do about this parenting plan. I don't know what to do about my military retirement. I need help.
right.
So, there's child support and parenting plans, and they call it maintenance in Washington. Other states call it alimony. So, you know, you think you know the basics and you probably do, but then things start happening and then it's, yeah, I can't do this. It's beyond me. I need an attorney.
Right.
So
Yeah.
sometimes people start that way, but don't always end that way.
Yeah. That's a tough spot to find yourself in.
It is. And it's very hard for people, divorces. So
Yeah. I don't I don't know if you have an idea of this, but I haven't spent a lot of time thinking about what kinds of cases come before the Superior Court. But there's all kinds. Divorce is handled at the Superior Court, or is it at the District Court?
Divorces, we do adoptions, dependencies, guardianships, felonies, juvenile criminal, crimes.
Right.
There's a lot of things.
I'll bet. Wow.
Yeah. So misdemeanors are usually handled in district court or municipal court, but
Okay.
felonies and juveniles are always in superior court.
Interesting. Okay. So,
Domestic violence, protection orders, restraining orders can be handled in any court.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you have experience with all these kinds of things.
Unfortunately.
I mean, professionally. So,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Sometimes it's very sad
Yeah.
and some days are very hard, but you're helping people, so that's a good thing.
Sure. One of the things that's really struck me, I mean, this is a little bit of a pivot, but um, one of the things that's really struck me this year, well, first of all, I should probably say I used to be the chairman of the Island County Republican Party. And so I always look for, who's the Republican, who's the Democrat, what kind of things can we expect from them? And I have, I think, a pretty good idea, most people do, of what that party affiliation means at the federal level, president or Congress, at the state level, the governor and the legislature. I don't really know what it means at the county level. And so I've spent 10 years or so asking people, elected officials and candidates, what do they think that means? So in your case, and the other twist on it this year is that we've got a lot of people who have run under one party banner or the other and have moved to independent. Tony Lamb, the treasurer, was a Democrat last time out. Now he's an independent. Greg Banks, 2 terms, 2 elections ago, changed from Democrat to independent. Sheila Kreider's moving from Republican to independent. So is Kelly Mock. So do you have a sense of what your party affiliation, you're running as a Republican, what does your party affiliation mean in the context of a race for county clerk?
Nothing.
Nothing. Uh,
The county clerk is a process position, not a policy position.
right.
So it doesn't matter if you're MAGA, regular Republican, Democrat, independent, it doesn't matter. You have to abide by the laws of the land.
Right.
You don't. The only policy position you get to have is I don't want sandals in my office.
Not really an earth-shattering
No.
decision to make there. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So would
So
it make more
policy
sense?
position, go ahead, I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, would it make more sense for this to be run on a nonpartisan basis?
It's supposed to be, but when you raise your hand, they ask you what party you most affiliate with.
Yeah. Yeah, in Washington, since we don't register by party, which people get so confused about, they ask you what your party preference is.
Yes.
Yeah, that's always been a little odd.
So I've been asked several times why I'm not running as a Democrat because in Island County it's very Democrat, and that's where the money is. I've been told over and over again. And my response has been because I'm not going to start my campaign out with a lie. I'm a Ronald Reagan Republican.
Very good.
So that should answer everybody's questions.
Yes, I think that'll cover it. Very
Yes,
good.
Ronald Reagan was my commander chief when I was in the Navy.
Oh, right. Oh, what did you do in the Navy?
I was in admin. I ran the admin department.
Okay. So running managing people and processes and paperwork and things is something you've got a lot of experience with. Is that fair to say?
Yes, I have lots of paper cut scars.
I can imagine. Okay. What else can we talk about with regard to the clerk's office? This is the problem.
I
We,
don't think there's a lot. I have to
yeah.
manage a budget. I have to ensure documents get to where they need to be. I have to ensure the courtrooms are running as required by law.
Mhm.
and I have to make sure things are filed correctly and timely.
Very good.
So it's kind of a boring job
And why do you want to do it?
because I think it would be an honor and a privilege to serve my community.
Ah, very good. Yeah, this is the first. So we've been doing these interviews. Actually, I was going to say we've done them for 4 years. That's not quite true. This is the third year we've done it. We skipped last year. So this is the first time that these kinds of offices have come up in front of us. And all of these uh, offices, auditor, assessor, treasurer, they're all just a little tricky to get a handle on. So um,
Yeah.
yeah, so we're a little short, but I think we can probably wrap it up here if that's all right.
Okay.
So, last question in this is always, what's the best way for people to find out more about you? I know you have a website, you got a Facebook page going. Which is one of those where you're going to have kind of your primary communication channel? Do you want people to give
Uh,
you a call? I mean,
oh,
all
no,
kinds of things.
no. I purposely left my phone number off of everything.
Understandable.
The website would be perfect, toniadams.com.
Okay, great. So I mentioned before, we're going to put this up on YouTube and you'll put the website and the Facebook page in the description there. And then on our website, we'll have links to all that too. So people can find out more about you when it comes time to vote. So
Thank you so much for your time.
you bet. Thank you, Toni. Take care.
You too. Bye.
Bye bye. Thanks for watching our interview with Toni Adams. If you found this helpful, you can learn more about the candidates and our election coverage at voterinterests.com. You can support our work at voterinterests.com/donate and help us keep producing resources like this for the voters in Island County. You can also stay up to date on future interviews and election coverage by subscribing at voterinterests.com/subscribe.